I was asked by sales leadership to put this quick tip list together so we can either be refreshed or share a few best opportunities the chefs have seen lately out in the field. In the last 3 weeks, I've been to about 15 accounts with temperature control issues with the thought that it was our induction units that needed to be looked at. In all but one, it was other issues. And I wanted to share a few temperature robbing and thus score stealing things that often happen in hospital lines that maybe you can look for. First, always ask what the complaint is, food temps. But is the comments on hot or cold? Remember, the survey question is often about generic food temperatures. So it could be the cold food, milk, sandwiches, salads, etc., which at the very least allows you the opportunity to speak to our cold bases and the cool check on top of the carts for dairy and ice cream, creating a whole new sales opportunity. If it is in fact hot, remember this. The induction base, whether ours or anyone else's, are not there to keep food warm directly. That's a misconception. Food never goes on our bases. A plate does. So without a hot plate, no system will work. Check those plate heaters. Every one of our customer-facing teams should have an infrared thermometer like this one. The plate should be 200 degrees. Again, ours or theirs. The plate must be 200 or hotter. When the plates are removed and set on those cold stainless tops, it drops 30 degrees in less than 15 seconds. So anything less, you're already putting hot food on a colder plate. And here's an opportunity to sell our hot plate suction cup tools or even a whole new plate warmer. Also, if the plates are not below the top of the warmer edge, they need to be. Staff should be reaching down to get those plates. Have them adjust the springs, lowering the plates down. That room temp air is, again, robbing valuable degrees. How long is the base sitting without a plate? The base is heating up, heat rises. If a plate isn't put on immediately, you're losing temps. A plate keeps the base's heat in, just as a dome keeps a plate and food temps in. Ramekins and casseroles. Don't let the staff fool you. These are used much more than they think, for good reasons, but they're often sitting at room temps. Look for this. They need to be under heat lamps or in an empty well on the line. Again, hot food hot. Same with casserole dishes or ramekins, as with the plate. Heat lamps on pass-throughs. Now, many of our rep groups sell heat lamps too. Let's get them in. If plates are going on a shelf, there must be a heat lamp. Those shelves are like mini wind tunnels in kitchens, and foods get cold fast in there without heat from above. Lastly, let's take a look at those carts. How are they loaded? I'd say 90% of our customers actually load the carts ineffective. Hot air rises, cold sinks. So all cold entrees on trays should be loaded on the bottom, hot on top. And if they're using our cold bases, all the more important. You don't want the cold from the bases sinking down over those hot food. These situations I find more often than you think, and we haven't even touched our induction units. Now, about those. The main cause I see on these are really two things. One, they're pre-charging the bases and not boosting them. They say they're boosting them, but you know what? Step to the side and watch. You'll be surprised. Same with those ramekins. Sometimes fresh eyes like ours can really help a food service team. Also, if they're using a thermometer and telling us temps are on our bases or low, make sure it's that laser thermometer like I mentioned. And remember, these are only effective if about 1 inch away. Any further, you get lower and improper temps. Also know the laser is not taking the temperature. It's actually about a ½ inch above or below the light, depending on the model. So make sure the light's actually above or below the area needed to test. Of course, there are times where our units may need to be adjusted, and we have fixes and updates for those rare cases where unique electrical or usage is different. There may be other issues robbing temps like delivery distance or something else, and that's where we're here to help. To come in and help get creative using tools like the MTX up on the floor for general diets or setting up a second pod or maybe something else. We want to work together. Sales leadership and the culinary team just wanted to share a few of these things to watch out for. They are really becoming an almost daily thing when we go into accounts. So we can all succeed and help ensure our customers are taken care of quickly. As always, culinary is here to help in any way. But again, just wanted to share a few common things that might help you when you're out with your customers every day.